The history of madness from here at Teahupo'o. One of the heaviest events on the championship tour, no doubt. 35 minutes on the clock here in round one, heat 11. All goofy footers super heat. Owen Wright, Ace Buchan, and Jesse Mendez in the lineup. And here is a look at Ace Buchan.
When you think about competing, you know, in a day like today, after you've had your warm-up experience, looking at those waves,
it's kind of different.
Yeah, how do you adjust?
It's kind of different. I guess you just surf what's in front of you. So because most of the waves are not barrel, so I knew at that moment it wasn't going to be a hit that was going to be decided by barrels. So I just went to turns,
and it worked. 29:35 on the clock. Owen Wright carving a long, smooth roundhouse cut back straight back into the whitewater, looking for something on the inside. Quick cover up. You know, tell us what Owen Wright's looking for in this wave.
You could see this wave was going to barrel straight away, and this is a goofy, like it's a goofy hit. It's kind of easy to find the barrels. So, and I guess all of them have some similar lines as well. They all got a really good carve line. And yeah, I flew here Friday, got in, there was a big swell, so straight into some proper waves, and yeah, good training. I'll say from what I've seen, so I guess and you can't fully see if the wave's gonna barrel here. So if it gives you turns, just do some powerful turns.
He'll be out right behind him, second wave of this set. Jesse Mendez, similar approach. A little tighter line on his arcing turn, straight up into the lip. Gets the airdrop straight onto that dry reef. As Owen Wright can attest how shallow it is on that inside section.
And they're all really good barrel riders, so we kind of see that they're all looking for the same. Their waves are all kind of similar. A little barrel, trying to carve, so yeah, it's a tricky one. No one got a big barrel or anything.
He's able to tie his board up to a buoy there to give himself the opportunity to switch boards mid-heat. 26-28 to go. Ace Buchan fighting through a tube. Gets onto the open face. Nice carving snap for Ace. Ultimate veteran on tour. Always smooth, super consistent. If you're looking into the lineup, you see these three surfers sitting there. Here's the takeoff zone. This wave has a way of running very quickly. How important is speed control out here at Teahupo'o?
It's really important because when you're dropping on the wave, you can fully see a wall bending on you. So you have to time your speed really good so you're not too much in front of it or too behind. So yeah, controlling your speed is super important so you can get to each section with at the right moment. He coaches us before the heat and before the comps, and then we just evaluate the whole thing afterwards. And I guess that's the best way.
Nice high line too for Jesse Mendez. Gets on that open face. Nice smooth carve. A little too deep in the whitewater there. Hung behind, but did some damage on the open face after a nicely threaded tube. So Jesse Mendez.
You get a wave like that, let's start seeing some creativity, right? I think it's separation.
Yeah, obviously that would be great. It's just hard to get the right section to get very creative out there outside. We've seen a bunch of goofies today, and the only one that really went for the innovation kind of trick was Gabriel, who got the highest score of the day. During J-Bait, he gave me some tips when I got my second place.
Wow.
And Parko, it's Owen.
A little too late there, goes up and over.
Yeah, I got to start traveling with Parko last year, and it was someone who I love hanging with, so that's really important. Wow, looks nice.
Ace Buchan just getting devoured there as it stands now, but watch out, here comes Jesse Mendez. It's a double arm drag. Keeping it high in the pocket. It's a secondary tube. Weaving through. Can he come out? He does. Mendez. Getting a high score there for Jesse Mendez. This would be a huge confidence boost. Let's take a look at what Jesse did here.
He fully stole for the barrel.
I mean, he's got both hands in there all the way.
Just like he said, kind of slowed him down. When the lip touched him, fully here.
Right there, and actually pulled him back even further. So cool.
I like the confidence and poise there. An expert read on a deep threading barrel as right behind him, Ace Buchan. Getting a little too deep on the foam ball. Little tube sections there for Jesse Mendes. Now he's going to look to capitalize on that. Ace Buchan, though, coming through. Look, he could have a potential for a grower. Comes through a nice opening tube section. He's out.
When you're sitting kind of deep, you kind of sometimes you see some lines coming on the west pole, and you never know if it's going to barrel or if it's going to be a good one. So you're always with your mind over there.
A replay that happened during our break. Ace Buchan.
Oh, this is a good one.
Well, as Ace is a champion here, you would say that he knows this reef well. He can translate into performances out there like this.
Owen Wright.
So it feels like to me that way for Ace Buchan is going to put him in this heat a lot closer now with that last 12 minutes. You know, this wave here going to be, you know, probably if it does factor in at all, it's not going to lift Owen's score too much.
Got the skis and we can surf Teahupo'o whenever we want.
Owen Wright now well behind that whitewater curtain, gets engulfed there. And he's going to have to give way to Jesse Mendes, who held priority. Jesse now stalling. Nice pocket where Mendez gets on the open face, goes to that big smooth wrap, straight back into the whitewater. He'll fit in a second turn there. He takes that to the closeout section, pulls the eject onto that dry reef as you'll see him flattening out his body, trying to avoid even touching the reef.
Hopefully not hard. You know, again, the stalling technique right off the takeoff here for Jesse. And again, speed control, where is he at? Felt like to me, he kept his speed a little bit too fast, maybe outran it for a little bit extra tube time. But again, like knowing that he needs the 667, like it's better to make sure that you're making the wave than it is, you know, getting too deep and too greedy. We always say, oh, you got a little too greedy, you know? That's one of the things we say about staying in there too long. But I like that he finished the maneuvers, and he knows how important that last move is, just to pull it down.
If I can't remember just a heat where Ice doesn't have any good scores or anything. He always has something, rare. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
So you just got to surf better strategy and better wave selection.
Here he goes again. Like you said there, he's always, you know, I would put him a little quietly relentless, you know.
A nice size set wave, but again, Owen's got some nerves of steel.
A subtle look there, but he lets Mendez go. Jesse takes one pump onto the lip. Can't quite come out of the barrel. Just got kind of ripped out underneath his feet.
Just mentally, that doesn't really work for me, so I like to watch it. Yeah.
Gets involved.
Get into the live feel.
Well, Adrian Buchan, looks like for now a 7.33 and a 5.33 will be enough to get him the win and get him through straight into round 3.